Elon is on a bit of a roll.
He really is. He really is.
Here's something kind of suspicious. Mandela, grandson of Nelson Mandela, apparently had his Twitter account suspended.
Oh, hang on. I thought Elon was a champion of free speech and shit.
Free speech?
I thought Elon was what? Are you telling me a guy from a fucking apartheid country of South Africa banned Nelson Mandela's grandson?
Yeah.
Wow. You mean he's not this free speech champion for the people? Wow. Holy shit.
Free speech platform X suspends the account of the grandson of Nelson Mandela. His crime, trying to deliver food to the starving people in Gaza. Just unbelievable. I couldn't help but observe the irony. Not a great look for an apartheid baby to deactivate Nelson Mandela's grandson. Yeah.
Yes,
the optics on that, not good, believe me, not good.
Keaton nails it as always.
This is Mandela, Nelson Mandela's grandson. He was just suspended by Elon Musk because he's on the Freedom Flotilla on their way to break the Zionist-Israeli apartheid blockade in Gaza. Now, the Freedom Flotilla, we were first introduced to that when our friend Matthew Ho was on the show about a week and a half ago. He is going and working with this team to deliver humanitarian aid. And so that's when we first learned about this. I didn't know that Mandela was involved, but here he is talking about the project.
We are all excited here in Turkey with the Freedom Flotilla being officially announced that we will set sail on the 26th of April to bring the much needed humanitarian aid to the Palestinians in Gaza. We have finally gotten through to set sail, and we are looking forward to breaking the siege and breaking the blockade on Gaza and ensuring that Palestinians and civil society in particular receives this humanitarian aid. We want to thank all those that have been a part of organizing and supporting the Freedom Flotilla, and we are certain that it will be a success.
That was such anti-Semitism. It's a good thing he blocked him from the platform. That was really anti. You know, as a Jew, I felt threatened by that. Yeah, I feel unsafe. Exactly. I feel safer knowing he's not on the platform because that was really horribly anti-Semitic right there. So here you got this guy's going to deliver aid to Gaza. He banned from the
call
platform.
him Nelson Mad Dog Mandela for nothing.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I mean, just unbelievable. And that's not everything. That's not everything. Elon also this week, because you may have wondered where he's been on certain things. And you know what? Before we put this up, I just want to give a little short sort of lead into this. You notice Elon Musk's free speech advocacy has been on behalf of like one group of people, which is like lonely, angry, aggrieved white people who are under attack from the woke mob. Like that is the extent to his free speech advocacy. Yep. And the reason that works as well as it does is because like any good hustle, it's based on a kernel of truth. We have criticized the excesses of woke discourse, critical theories as they're currently taught. We can debate about the origins of critical race theory and things like that. But yes, there has been a very divisive push to set a lot of white people, especially white young men, back on their heels, make them feel like they're unwelcome in certain spaces.
Yep.
And that makes it very easy for a guy like Elon Musk to say the biggest problem in the world, not a genocide in Gaza. No, it's the woke mind virus. And I am a free speech advocate pushing back against that, except that's the only thing he pushes against. Has this motherfucker said a word about Julian Assange these past 6 months as this extradition hearing has happened? A word about Shireen Abu Akleh gunned down in the West Bank? Has he said a word about the situation in Gaza? Oh, yes, he has. In fact, he's amplified this man's speech. Anti-Semitism on campuses in the United States is reminiscent of what happened in German universities in the 30s. The world cannot idly stand by. This was Netanyahu's public statement on the campus protests, which we covered in the last show, calling for what? A crackdown on campus speech with the repost from the one and only Elon Musk. I noticed you got into a little bit of a tussle with some people online, Russell, because they're like, well, he has the right to post that. Yet that's not the point. The point is he is amplifying a call for censorship.
On
that
Americans.
That is what this is.
On Americans.
Yes.
Listen, man, there is no sadder species of cuck than an Elon cuck. Oh, my God, man. Oh, my God. What a bunch of cuck soy boy motherfuckers. Fucking bowing down to this fucking billionaire who wouldn't let them shine his fucking shoes. Because, as you say, he's like the god king of the incels.
Right.
Because he feeds their feelings of loneliness, of inadequacy, which we have spoken out about those social movements. We are not in favor of them. But Elon Musk doesn't give a fuck about you, and he certainly doesn't give a fuck about speech. As Keaton pointed out, he cares about this very narrow sliver of speech that affects straight white men.
He wants to corner the market of online, angry, lonely white men. Right. Why would he want to corner that market? Because he owns Twitter. And those are the ones who tweet most incessantly and most obsessively. Right. So you say you're a free speech advocate. Really, your free speech advocacy is basically a ruse. You're basically just appealing to this subset of people who feel like their problems are because the country has turned on them, right? This used to be a great country for white people, and now it's a terrible country for white people, right? And people who are really angry about that and blame all of their problems on this perceived slight, they are the Elon cult, which is ironic because the Elon cult used to be the libs, and now the libs turned on him. They're not buying his cars anymore. And so now Elon is tweeting shit like this.
Right. And there's another thing. People will be like, he's saving the planet. Yeah. He's trying. Look at what he tweets. He doesn't even support the fight against climate change.
So now being against climate change makes you a communist? The guy sells electric cars. His whole raison d'etre in the public eye before he bought the social media platform was he sold electric cars. Wasn't he the green energy guy?
Listen,
wasn't that the core pitch of Tesla? Is that these are green vehicles, right? But now you make the pitch to he had to pivot because he bought this company for $44 billion that wasn't worth anywhere near $44 billion. And the people who use it most obsessively are the people who think that the woke mind virus is the greatest threat to the world. And so now he's got to cater to them to the point where now he's undermining his other company with tweets like this. Yeah. What a guy. Quite amazing.
Yeah. He tried to get out of that deal. And they were going to sue because they were like, no, you made the offer, motherfucker. Now, okay, we accept.
Yeah, no, the board had a fiduciary responsibility to get that money.
Of course, he was the dog that caught the car.
Right.
He was talking a bunch of shit, and then they were like, no, you're not backing out. He realized too late what he got himself into. Nah, listen, man, I mean, this is very related to the minimum wage segments we did, and it's very much the same people. There is a population of peasants out there, or they think they're peasants. They've been brainwashed to think in terms of, or serfs. Some of our medievalists have corrected me on that really what you're talking about are serfs. They're bending their heads to the local lord who all of their daily bread comes from, and they hate to see a serf become a peasant.
Please clap.